My name is Lauren Woodside, and my screencast is based off the question, is Google making us stupid? The author is Nicholas Carr, and the type of media is an article. Nicholas Carr is a writer who discusses technology and also media. Throughout his article, Nicholas Carr made a couple key points. One being that Google is slowly lowering concentration rates in humans, and another one is that the way information is presented online is changing how we think today. Along with Carr's key arguments, he also provides many pieces of evidence to support what he has to think. The first one being that people are easily distracted, which often occurs when a text is too long. Furthermore, different forms of media, such as magazines and newspaper articles, have shortened their length in order to attract the viewers. Also, there are now pop-up ads and also subtitles on programs. Things are now easy to breeze right through, and some even include photos. This is a quote by Bruce Friedman, who is a blogger that posts about computers and how the internet has altered his mental habits. He states, "I now have almost totally lost the ability to read and absorb a longish article on the web or in print." Additionally, Friedman also says that a blog around 4 paragraphs is too long, so he ends up skimming it. This quote relates to when Nicholas Carr says that people are now easily distracted due to the internet. Before technology was as big as it is today, research used to be done very differently. Research was done with books from libraries, also done with newspaper articles, and even more. However, today's research is much easier. There are now hyperlinks, podcasts, ebooks, and so much more. Also, the more time we spend on our technology, for whatever reason it might be, the more time we end up fighting to stay focused when the time comes that we need to. Scott Karp is a blogger who blogs also about online media. He states, "I was a lit major in college and used to be a ferocious book reader," simply meaning that the internet is slowly chipping away at his concentration level. This goes to show that the internet is slowly affecting everyone and not just certain people. Scholars at the University College London put on a 5-year research project to find common traits between visitors on 2 different research sites. These include British Library and the UK Educational Consortium. These sites provide ebooks, journal articles, and many others. After the 5-year research project, these scholars revealed that the sites had a few similarities, one being that skimming was found to be a common trait. Also, viewers began to hop from one site to the next, and they never returned. To add, the viewers would read no more than 1 or 2 pages. They may have saved articles to read for later. However, they never went back to them. Friedrich Nietzsche bought a typewriter in 1882. He was losing his vision, and the typewriter saved him for a little bit. Eventually, he was able to type on it with his eyes closed. However, his friend began to see a different writing style, a style with a tighter, more telegraphic prose. Friedrich's friend, James, agrees that the writing equipment forms our thoughts. For example, the better the equipment, the better the writing, and vice versa. As previously stated, technology has taken over our world today. It has condensed the average human's ability to read a text, to understand it, and be engrossed in it. And it also affected the way we think today. To add, the internet has become our everything. For instance, our phone have become our clock, our map, our calculator, and much more. For example, a typewriter has turned into a laptop today. The internet is slowly going to turn all of us into pancake people. Without a doubt, Nicholas Carr is addressing his article to a certain crowd. To me, I would say that it would be more towards an older crowd, seeing how he compares older inventions, like a typewriter and a compass, to our technology today. Without a question, technology has expanded and is involved with our everyday lives now. From that perspective, I think the article is written to address all people and warn them about the negative effects that it can cause. Carr also tries to persuade the audience to think this by using his own observations, research, studies, and even more. Just like any other writing, video, or anything else, Nicholas Carr has a purpose for writing his article. As we can tell, he has a very strong belief that Google is making us stupid, in which he tries to prove to his readers. His purpose simply is to make us aware of the negative effects technology is giving to us. Technology is chipping our brains away slowly but surely. Lastly, do I think that Nicholas Carr made an impact and persuaded his readers about the bad effects of the internet? In one way, I agree with him, but other points don't fully persuade me. I have to agree with the point that technology is taking over our lives today. We depend on it for pretty much everything. However, Carr does not directly say that Google is making us stupid, but he does indirectly state it by saying our concentration levels are being lowered and our brains are slowly chipping away. However, he never comes up with any solutions to this problem. To add, Carr says that people today are easily distracted due to the internet, but what specifically? Also, Carr starts his article with a quote from the Space Odyssey that instantly confuses me. In order to understand his point, I feel like you would have need to seen the movie. Even though Nicholas Carr had many forms of evidence to support his opinion, including observations, research, quotes from specific people, and more, I am still not fully persuaded that Google is truly making us stupid. To conclude, my screencast was based off the question, is Google making us stupid? Which is an article written by Nicholas Carr. Nicholas Carr is an author who writes about technology and media. But do you think Google is making us stupid? This concludes my screencast. Thank you for listening.